Hart here. I just want to let you know that the Pulsechain.com mainnet has launched, and PulseX.com on that mainnet has launched as well. I hope you guys are all enjoying it. We waited a couple years for this, and it's finally here.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Hex Token channel, Superman Crypto, and Pulsechain YouTube. 3 channels, of course, and streaming to over 10,000 subscribers. So big shout out to all of you. We are documenting the rollout of Pulsechain, and of course TikTok, and I think we're just finishing day 124. So we're about to start day 125 on Pulsechain. It's a lot of fun, and we've got lots of news in store today. We've got a bit of everything today, as well as, of course, what are the hot cryptos pumping right now. Obviously, we've got the headline there: Internet Money Time, Beetroot, DAI, Atropa, Wrap Bitcoin. It's a lot more happening there too. We've got projects coming, new projects. We're going to talk about some of those. Lots of new infrastructure. We've got new infrastructure, GameFi. Man, we've got a bit of everything today. It's such a decent list. I'm going to just walk through it. So hope you enjoy the live stream. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the bell. Pretty much, I think we're the only channels doing daily full-on updates about everything happening in Pulsechain, so you don't miss a beat following this channel. So definitely subscribe there as well. Let's see who's jumped in the chat there. We got Life Beneath. Hello, how are you today? Very good. We got another sunny day outside, and guess what? You know, yesterday I did walk number 50. Today, walk number 51. So I'm starting on that next journey to the next big 50 milestone, I guess, which is 100 days. So day 51 today. And I'm going to try and get a little bit of skip in the step, a little bit of bounce, a little bit of something, feeling a little bit more energetic. And, of course, as I get fitter and, I guess, healthier generally, it's going to be, going to get a bit more bounce, a bit more pep. It's going to be a little bit like Rocky Balboa. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll be able to run up those stairs and do one of those punch in the ear things going on there. That'll be pretty fun. So I'm looking forward to it. We got the Ultimate Strategy, Hex, EHEX, PLS, and PLSXX, and of course, Incentive Token for the win. Those are 5 tokens, of course. The Richard Hart gold standard of crypto, and we are banking on that on this channel. And at the moment, you can pick up a doozy of a deal, really, really cool in the bear market before all the big protocols launch, and of course, we enter a bull market sometime in the future. We've got Garuda as well, Wrap Bitcoin, P-Wrap Bitcoin about to explode. It's already moving up pretty strong, and I think it's probably at this rate going to continue. We're going to check out the charts in a little while. We've got Blobfish King in the house as well. Morning all. Good to see you. And of course, Archie as well. Hi all. Actually, that was to lie. Sorry, my bad. And of course, Archie as well. Hi all. Good to see Archie dropping alpha in the channel as well. Archie's been keeping up with the TYCZ and TYRH ecosystems and dropping all the latest. We're going to talk about TYCZ later in the live stream. Stay tuned for that. And if you want to find out more about the TYRH protocol, you can get into our Discord under Pulsechain, other tokens, and there's a chat there with all the latest updates and intel. What else there? We got Joey Torres. Good to see you. Hi all. Good to see Joey. We got Robert online. Greetings from Hexo Rico. Good to see you, Robert. Welcome and a pleasure. DJ Paulie Wood, as I always say, the most stylish man in Pulsechain community. A man, and of course, living the dream there is old DJ Paulie Wood. Crypto Dan as well. Hi, guys. Good to see you, Crypto Dan. AP, man. It's been a while. Hello, Superman. It's been a while. It has indeed. I had to have surgery, and now I'm back. So excited about Pulsechain's future. Absolutely, AP. Absolutely great to see you in the chat. AP is a master crypto expertise. Good to see you. And hopefully your surgery's gone well. Everything is going good. So fantastic to see you in the chat there, AP. Cypher as well. Hey friends, good to see you, Cypher. We got Lal as well. Woohoo! Yeah, get excited, man. Like the strong arms. That's cool. We got Harry Williams as well. Good to see Harry Williams. Liza Beneath getting a lot of shout outs. Well done, Liza. Liza is amazing. Comes in every day, gives us the updates, and we do appreciate it a lot. Harry Williams, yo. And of course, Adam as well. Hello, crew. Happy pump day. Yeah, happy pump day indeed. Let's get onto it. All right, let's start off. We're going to start off with the stock market and quickly run through that with the Federal Reserve. We're keeping up to date with those because that will have an impact on the wider crypto market. So we don't want to get left behind without, being ignorant is the worst thing you can be, right? You get wonder what the heck hit you. How did that bus hit me? Oh, it's because you didn't look. You didn't look the other way when you were going to cross the road. All right, so let's jump over here and have a look at the latest and greatest. Bam, let's go. And of course, the stock market, the Dow falls a second day while tech stocks shake off inflation. Obviously, last couple of weeks, the stock market's done pretty well. We've had a few down days, and the last 2 days have been a little bit down on the Dow. But the techs are doing okay. So let's have a look at there. Dow Jones is down 0.2%, so that's not much. 70 points at 34,575. The S&P 500 is up about 0.1% to 4,467, and Nasdaq is up about 0.3%, about 40 points to 13,813. Now let's have a look at the Nasdaq with all the tech companies in it. Let's do a max on the chart there. We can see our all-time high for the tech was at 15,644. We're currently at 13,800. So what are we seeing here? Are we going to see this? Is this the second top before we have a big pull down? That's the question, right? That's typically what you might expect. We didn't beat out the old high, right? And we're still sitting back up here. Is it going to be a pull down, or is it just a little blip in the way to getting a higher high, or at least a double top? So we'll be looking on that at the moment, but definitely that is the question you might want to ask. So let's have a look at the inflation data. US CPI inflation data hits ahead of Fed meetings, the Federal Reserve meeting coming up. We'll be covering this yesterday as well. The focus of Wednesday was the US CPI index. Now, if you haven't seen Rags to Riches covers the inflation number, I think, in quite detail on Rags to Riches channel. So check that out if you haven't already. They videoed that probably about 5 hours ago or something, which investors are using to gauge the likely path of US interest rates over the rest of the year. The annual headline inflation in the world's largest economy rose 3.7%, slightly higher than expected 3.6%. So a little bit surprised there during the month of August as energy prices soared, but the core reading, which strips out volatile items like food and fuel, rose 4.3% as expected. So that's the good news. So hopefully that will be, we'll get this federal terminal rate behind us. Thursday will bring readings on producer prices and retail sales. So that's the new other metrics coming up. And recent remarks from the federal officials suggest another pause is the most likely outcome of next week's rate setting meeting, but uncertainty still remains over what they may choose to do later in 2023. So question mark there. We're hoping to have the terminal rate behind us. In other words, the highest rate of the interest rates. And of course, currently that's at 5.5% on the federal funds rate. We've got just under 7 days to go. Look at us, 6 days and 18 hours until the next federal meeting on the 20th of September. At the moment, it's even more bullish. We've got 96% of people pricing in a no change to the federal funds rate, sitting at 5.5%. Look at that. That's pretty good. However, we've still got 2 more meetings before the end of the year. We got November the 1st and 61% no change. 37% is at a 25 basis point increase to 5.75. That is what we don't want to see, right? We want the terminal rate behind us. Hopefully it will be 5.5, but we can't put this out of the ballpark because the Federal Reserve's doing some sort of pause and then higher kind of approach. But hopefully we're getting there. Either it's one of these 2 numbers will be the final one. December the 13th there, we've got a pretty similar looking view there at the moment. So that is it at the range. We've got 3 meetings before the end of the year. Can you believe it? So let's jump over from the stock market and the Federal Reserve, jump over to crypto generally. Bitcoin liking it. Bitcoin, of course, coming up to a death cross. I don't know if it actually hit it yesterday. I should have brought the chart up, but we're at 26,219. We're up 1.28%. So it's kind of ironic there. 48.36% dominance is Bitcoin over the rest of the crypto market based on Coin360 data. And of course, ETH there at 1603. are up 0.7%, and green across the board, really. So not too bad at the moment. What else we can say about that? Not too much. So that is pretty cool. Obviously, we've got no real news expected for BTC this year. That's expected next year around ETFs and halving. But we could start to see the market start to price in the halving maybe around about November, second half of October at the earliest, kind of 6 months before. So that's some food for thought there. The other thing, of course, Ethereum is really the one that may have the news this year with ETF and, of course, the Proto-Dank sharding. So ETH really could be the one that moves this year and helps the market a lot. So that's kind of cool news there. Let's jump away from a green-looking crypto market and jump into Pulsechain, Pulse gains. At the moment, of course, you can get mad gains because it's pulled back so much. You've got the price at Pulse is at $0.00359. It is down just below 1% at the moment, and its price is 36% of the sacrifice price. Now, one of the features of Pulse, of course, is that there's a lot less holders during the sacrifice phase. So I think there was like 35,000, 40,000 wallets. With Wrap Pulse, of course, there's even less. There's about 25,000 wallets. So definitely that's helped keep the price up probably. And of course, we're down probably amongst the big sharks in terms of the sacrifice, sort of in that zone in terms of the rate that it is at the moment. So that's kind of where you're picking it up at the moment if you're buying a Pulse. The other one, of course, is PulseX. PulseX at 5.0 still haven't managed to get rid of that 1.0 as we're at 5.0904, which means you can pick up a lot of volume at this level. And of course, we're only at 9% of the sacrifice price, which is below the big whales. So you're getting a better rate than the whales. And of course, it's down 4.11% today. So that's still the big mover down. And of course, there's about, we said the PulseX with Wrap Pulse is about 25,000 wallets or so. PulseX is 183,000. So there's that many more in terms of the PulseX wallets. So that's down 4%. At the moment, one Pulse will get you 3.97 PulseX. So we're almost back to four PulseX per one Pulse, which what we saw near the beginning of the launch of Pulsechain 124 days ago. So pretty major there. But the good news for PulseX, not only if you're buying, it's fantastic news, especially we're in this accumulation phase in the first year, is the buy and burn. Look at that thing, just keeps going up, which is the whole point. And of course, this is superior to, like Uniswap and PancakeSwap and things like that on other chains. This is really amazing. And the total supply basically is just going down over time. And that's bullish news in the bear market, and doing this well is really, really exciting. And of course, almost at 418 billion, and we're sitting at 2.02% is the buy and burn. And that's a cool mechanism. We don't just have a burn, which is fantastic. We have a buy and burn, and of course we have deflation from the beginning. Like I said before, I think yesterday or the day before, PancakeSwap has all these deflationary mechanisms trying to get the inflation out, but it's still net inflationary. And so this is the bullish thing about PulseX, which is pretty cool, out of the public supply. All right, so that is some good news there. We've got incentive token at the moment is down 2%. We're at 97 cents at the moment. I think we're at 99 cents yesterday. The ratio to Pulse is 27,000. The total amount of coins is just over 11 million here at the moment on the supply, with 77,000 burnt through the TYRH protocol founded by Jacob. So we're going to talk a bit more about that later on. So let's have a quick look at the charts on Pulse. So that is the Pulse chart at the moment. So just moving around the Bollinger Bands, we do have a slightly higher low, but nothing too much to take home about, but slightly higher low. And we have tightening Bollinger Bands as well. We're watching this as well. So yesterday we had a green candle. How many minutes? We got 15 minutes to go until this candle closes. So you can see the candle there, 15 minutes to go. The other interesting thing is that, how many days since the SEC event? 44 days. So 44 days since the SEC event there. So what's that, about 6 weeks? And I think we probably need maybe another week or two to flush out the worst of this. What do you guys reckon? We're pretty close to it. And we've got all our big protocols starting to launch. As soon as we see the Fetch Oracle, that could be the big signal there. So looking forward to that. That's going to make, obviously, with liquid loans, that's going to collateralize Pulse and open up new opportunities to get Pulse off the market, in addition to validators, and of course also get leverage lending in the system. And it's going to be fun to see, particularly big players, use those protocols. All right, let's jump back to PulseX, of course. PulseX at the moment, that is the PulseX chart there. obviously a down day, so having the worst of it at the moment. But going back down to test this the support here, or at least this all-time low down at 8,900. We're currently at 9,047. So testing. Let's hope it can hold that. Now, let's have a quick look at some percentages on how far we're down from the all-time high. We're down 93.6%. Let's say that the worst case scenario is an 895. That would bring us down to 7,000 at 95. So that's kind of possibly a worst case scenario. Let's have a look where we are down from the sacrifice level, the main price around 401,000. That would take us down. That means we're down about 91% approximately. Around about 91% from there. So pretty full on pullback at the stage, and we'll see. There's a lot of upside, right? So you just got to sit there, bide out the time, and the potential upside is huge. All right, let's go to Hex. We got Hex at 00665. That is down 5% at the moment. That's PHEX is 00665. So it's actually the worst performer today. Yeah, worst performer today. Yesterday it was back up over a cent, remember, and it's back under there, below there at the moment. We've got EHEX at the moment at 0.0032, so 3200th of a cent. And we combine EHEX and PHEX together, we're sitting just below 1 cent at the moment, 0.0988. So that is the combined price. One PHEX will get you 185 pulse at the moment, and one PHEX will get you 2.06 EHEX at the moment. Those are kind of the ratios as well. Let's have a quick look at some of these. Let me just get rid of some of these charts, actually. That is the current chart for the incentive token too. I forgot to talk about that. That is the current ratio there. So we just drifted down just a little bit more as well on the incentive. Looking at PHEX, there's the PHEX chart at the moment. We do have, this is a better looking chart despite being down again. We were down and then we're up and then we're down again. And of course, we're sitting at 0.0482. I know that we've had some issues there. So probably with some of the other tokens performing, maybe like PDI, maybe some people are selling some of these RH tokens into that. Definitely, we've seen some smaller influencers talk about that at the moment. We're at 0.006654. That is kind of where we are. Still got holding on to a higher low at this stage, so we'll be watching that too. And getting a tightening Bollinger Band will be important as well. I'm not sure what the RSI. The RSI is still down at 37, so can still move down further. That's definitely in the park there, but let's see how we get on. We've still got upward movement in the bottom of the Bollinger Band here, so fingers crossed. We'll see how we get on next day or two. That is PHEX, EHEX, of course, fearing a little bit worse. And of course, we've bounced off this area of 0.3 of a penny 4 times now, 4 times. So let's see if we can hold it up. We've got slightly downward bias here at the moment still on this. So we'll see whether we can hold that 0.03 mark on that too. All right, that is the main marks there. Let's jump over to the validators, quickly check on those. We're sitting, oh, look at this. Woohoo! Rock on, man. Is that awesome? All right. 41,111 validators. OMG, that's so good. And 56 more entering. Man, oh man, oh man. So that is even above Richard Hart's, theoretical target of 40,000. Not targets, wrong word, but 40,000 was the number he mentioned. And of course, with the APY, I think we're around 3 or 4%. So he's got, if we got 41,111, obviously with the Pulse being on the cheap side, people can accumulate and go in and get into validators. Really, really impressive here. 41,111. And of course, Pulsechain is the first full system state copy of Ethereum, and it was the 10th of May at 10:36 UTC time. And of course, it really is, Pulsechain really is the people's chain, right? It's got superior speed and tokenomics, and it's got the battle-tested Ethereum blockchain, right? And we've seen how important that is compared to a lot of other blockchains out there. So really, really is cool. And we've got a cool bunch of devs running it as well. A big shout out to Breetep and the team there. And of course, look at that. And of course, we're fully decentralized around the world. Isn't that awesome? So I love this globe. It really is cool. And yes, we've got people in Latin America, in Northern America, Europe, Asia. And yes, don't forget, we do have Africa in there. It's got Africa down the bottom there. And of course, Asia, Australasia, of course. So we're working on Scott Base in Antarctica. We'll get there in a minute. But that is pretty cool news around that too. And the total, look at this. Woohoo! New all-time high with Pulse off the market. 1.32 trillion Pulse is off the market now. That's a new all-time high. Fantastic. Breaking boundaries here. That's really amazing. And of course, this can't be sold, right? Well, it's staked in here. And then, of course, we get liquid loans coming out collateralizing Pulse. And if a lot of the big players use that and take Pulse off the market, that also takes a lot out. And of course, in return, we get bullishness, right? We have an internal money generator with Pulsechain, with liquid loans and with Power Cities Earn protocol, because they take the Pulse and Pulsex off the market. And of course, they issue new stable coins. It's your own central reserve, right? And it just double boosts. It has multiple benefits to it. It gets Pulse off the market. It gets more stable coins into the ecosystem. Just makes the system so much more robust, and it brings in leverage lending at the very minimum. It's really, really, really cool like that. So excited about that. And of course, the gas prices. We have been seeing an increase in demand on Pulsechain. So people are paying more. And here we are. We're seeing the beats at the moment, 2.7 million. Gone are the days. It seemed last week we had 400,000, 500,000 beats. At the moment, look at us. We're up at 2.7. We've been up at 4 million beats. Look at this thing all the time. So getting more valuable is the old Pulsechain. Really, really cool. And we can see that a Pulsex swap here, 3 cents for a Pulsex swap, 2/10 of a penny for Pulse coin transfer, and 6/10 of a penny for a PSD20 transfer. So where are all the zeros gone? We had a lot more zeros here at some stages. And look at this. We were up at 1,500 times, 1,000 times, 1,500 times cheaper than Ethereum. At the moment, we're only 166. So definitely things are valuing up on the chain, and that's how you get a more valuable chain, right? So I think that's pretty bullish. Let me just jump over to, I just want to pull this video in of Richard Hart. I'm just not sure which one it is here. Let me pull that in. Is it that one or is it this one? I think it's this one here I wanted to use. So let's post that and let's watch that.
Yes, if it accrues so much value and gets so many users, yeah, the fees will go up and you'll just get really, really rich holding Pulse watching. Oh no, more really, really rich people. Like, you can't, here's the thing. You cannot force a free market to keep things cheap, because then crappy use cases that aren't valuable will outbid useful and valuable use cases. And do you want your chain with limited capacity to be filled up with crap? No, you don't want your chain filled up with crap. You want it filled up with nice, good things. Well, then how do you know what the difference between nice and crap is? By bidding. And the people that see more value in the chain pay more to use the chain. And then your limited resource chain, through the bidding mechanism, is filled with the most valuable things that people can fill it with. And so this like socialist USSR decree that, oh, we're just going to have cheap fees forever, it doesn't work, because there's a finite amount of space and you have to allocate it to certain users. And who should you allocate it to? Those that can most afford it, because they're bidding with their money for how valuable the transaction is. So the solution to a limited resource isn't to screw around with the pricing. The solution to a limited resource is to create more of the resource. So the Ethereum chain is full. Great. Well, we're going to make one with 4 times more throughput, and it won't be full. It'll be empty, and let's go fill it up.
All right, so some bullishness there from Richard Hart, and of course, this is what we're starting to see signs of that, right? We're only launched 124 days, so also about 4 months. So it really is starting to ramp up with use cases. We've got lots of protocols launching. I'm going to be talking about a couple today, but I did yesterday a video on the big 4 ecosystems. They've got multiple protocols in each of those, and they're all going to be launching in the future before the end of the year. So it's going to be beautiful, folks. It's going to be really, really beautiful. And we've got many other projects launching as well. So it's going to be a fun time. But hey, expect the gas prices to go up more often and to get more expensive, right? So that's how you're going to drive a chain, just like we see on Ethereum. So yeah, don't be surprised by that. All right, let's jump over to just want to have a quick look at something else here. Yeah, see the transactions getting up here, lifting up. Look at this. So lifting up in transactions here as well on the chain. So bullish. All right, the other thing I want to talk about was a block explorer. 9mm has launched a block explorer. I was going to talk about this the other day. I thought I'd just leave it for a few days there. And the explorer just went live at scan.9mm.pro. So as you guys know, we've got our official block scout, which is scan.pulsechain.com. We've got the Auto Explorer, We've got the always forget the name of this when I go to say it. It's not Beat. It's what is it? I just forget the name every time I go to say it. Beat. We got there. No, Beacon Explorer. Beacon Explorer. That's what I was trying to say. We've got the Beacon Explorer. So that's 3 of them at the moment, and of course we've got this one here launched as well. So this is the 9mm Pulsechain Explorer. I'll add this into the useful links on our Discord so that you won't miss out on that. So this, you could use this. This is quite fast to do as well. We also know that we've got another block explorer with GoPulse. It's going to be launching. Apparently, this is going to be the Rolls Royce of explorers. So that will get us up to 5. And potentially, we've also got an explorer coming possibly through Dipcatcher if he continues that on as well. And I think that's with one of the big dexes that do their own explorers as well. So that could end up with 6. But yeah, I think it's going to be pretty amazing. You can use this as well. So I'll post this in the chat if you want to save it to one of your favorites. This is one of the block explorer opportunities that may be out there that you want to use. So definitely check that out as well. So boom, there we are, scan.9mm.pro. Now this is part of a bigger team, of course, doing other products on Pulsechain. I'll get to that later on when we get up to the Pulse project updates. But that is the block explorer there, and as well, you can check it out. Search by hash, address, block, token, etc. Check that out, and it's not bad looking, is it? Not bad there as well. And so this is another team that's brought that out. So this is from 9mm.pro. All right, they have had some endorsement too from some of the other groups as well. They've definitely tried to take. Oh, there is Token Hex. They tried to token link everybody in there. It's cool. Block Hex Scout here. So one of the projects that's coming up. There's another project coming up that's not launched yet. Really nice one. Great work. So you're getting some nice feedback about the Explorer there from some people. KG, hey 9mm, we'd love to support your initiative with internet money. So let's go. So a lot of people are pretty happy about that. And it does look quite nice to use as well. I haven't really played around with it myself, but definitely there it is for you. You can do some searches and see what's cool, see what's happening as well. All right. We've got blockchain transactions, blocks, top accounts, and verified contracts there as well. Yeah, there's lots of cool things in there. All right. Did I save that to my favorites? Not sure if I did. I better do that. All right. Let's jump away from that and let's get into the markets, eh? Look at this P-die. Does that look familiar? The old P-die. But now, before we do that, though, we're going to talk about who's in the chat, because I haven't said hello for a little bit here. So let's catch up on who has arrived. Where did I get up to before? Did I get up to LL? I think we did. We got up to there. Hexcavator, I'm pretty sure. Hey gang, good to see Hexcavator. Luna C's in the house. Woohoo! Pulsechain coins dominate Hex Screen's top 20 gainers. Nice one there, Luna. That's a good insight. Thank you very much for that. We're going to be covering that too. Fast Abdul, tell me your secrets. Hey, Fast Abdul, good to see you too. Paul O'Shea in the house. Hey, everybody, good to see you, Paul. We got Wookie as well. Wookie is around, never fear, playing his games with Brian. He's playing with Brian. Hey, what's up, folks? Good to see you, Brian. Who else we got jumped in here? We got Pudding Guru. Hi, gang. Good to see Pudding Guru. Welcome to the chat. Crypto Dan says, where do you find the contract address for P-die? Well, you can find it on Deck Screener, but I just so happen to have it up at the moment, just as we go. So let me put the contract there in the P-die in the chat there for you. How about that? We aim to serve here. We aim to serve. All right. So that is kind of cool. And there it is. That is the contract. Bam. Boom. P-die. All right. Let's jump back up the top here and continue our updates. We've got, do we have Sandy Beach? Did I see Sandy Beach in there? Sandy Beach, thank you everybody for your lovely condolences. I'll be back soon. We look forward to it, Sandy. Take your time out and we'll see you again very soon. And of course, we'll see you in Discord as well. Looking forward to it, Sandy. Russ is in house. That help. The beer is killing me, says Russ. Yeah, you got to keep your cool. Beer markets are like this. So if you've been in a beer market before, and this one is kind of protracted as well, you just got to just got to hold on and accumulate. That's about as good as you can do during a bear market. And if you get in our Discord, that's a great place to be. We're going to ride through the Discord, through the bear market in our Discord, and we're having a good time doing it and accumulating. We're accumulating a lot more volume. That's the key. Unprotected Hex there. Hi, Superman. Fingers crossed this beer keeps going for another 6 months. It's Unprotected Hex. Yeah, there's quite a few people out there that are loving this because, you know, you do well in crypto through a bear market because you accumulate all the good stuff, right? You got to work it out what's the good stuff first of all, but you accumulate, and then of course when the bull market comes, you're sitting there like a little whale or something like that. So it's kind of cool. Let's get into it, folks. We'll get into PDI straight off the gun because PDI has been pumping. Look at this thing. My goodness. Here we are breaking new ground, breaking new ground here. And look at that yellow target. That's our 1 cent mark there. Crazy. We already breached through 1/10 of a penny. That's down here. 1/10 of a penny is around here. We were sitting around there for ages, right? And now we're finally broken through the all-time high at 2,200. So that's over 2/10 of a penny. And now we're climbing here to over a quarter of a penny now, 0.00269. And it looks like it's wanting to go back up this 1 cent. So fun times. Now, I'm sure we'll have some little pullbacks on the way, but maybe we'll get something like this too. This little green thing, we definitely got volume coming in. Yeah, and of course, some people out there, some people they're doing their thing on that one. So 41.55% on PDI at the moment. So doing absolutely crushing it there, and we'll be following that journey, of course, on this channel. What else we got going? Let's have a look. We've got a few others I want to talk about. I'm just trying to remember what system I'm on here. So this is by volume too. I'm searching by volume here. So that's doing pretty well. What's the other one I was going to look at? We've got Atropa DAI. Atropa DAI up 6% at 62%. Look at this thing, man. Crazy thing. But here, this is on one of the million liquidity pools, up 62% on Atropa on that particular pair. I'm just going by liquidity pool sizes here. USD Atropa there, 45%. So really leading the way as well. Did I see a little comment in there about what about Teddy Bear coin? What do you think? I don't know. Oh, Teddy Bear, is that the one from GoPulse? GoPulse launched one called Bear. So I'm not sure if that's the same one. I have seen that around, but there's Teddy Bear there. That's all over the place. There's lots of pairings of Teddy Bear. I think, is that the GoPulse? I think it may be. And that's up 83% as well. Let's have a look. That is the Teddy Bear one. Look at that thing. So there is action happening on the old Pulsechain. Yeah, it might be pretty interesting to see how these all play out. So 7 zeros, 1100 at the moment, and it's up 85%. A massive pump in there. Liquidity indicating here 609. So let's look at the breakdown of that. We've got 27. What was that? 27 trillion, is it? Millions, billions, trillions. 27 billions, trillions, sorry. And we've got 11 million Atropa in there at the moment. Everyone's trying to tie their peers to Atropa, right? A lot of people launching coins and tying them to Atropa. So those are some of the highlights there. I think I've gone through it. A DAI, Atropa, wrap Bitcoin. Let's do that. Let's go to my other categories though, and have a look at that so that I'm not getting too distracted by all the other coins that are out there. Wrap Bitcoin. Look at this thing. It is huge. So we're going to have a look at this one. $128. Woohoo! Look at this thing. So came down, got up to back on the 10th, it got up to $165. Came all the way back down to 73. You'd be a bit worried about that, right? If you've been buying it up here, come back down, but it's back going back up and riding up along with PDI and Atropa and things. $128 at the moment on Wrap Bitcoin. Remember, this is not backed by actual Bitcoin, just like DAI is not backed by a basket of cryptos. These are getting pumped up though, and of course Atropa there, the magic source is it? I don't know. Let me know what you think. So that is kind of going on there at the moment. Let's have a look by percentages as well. So obviously percentages dominating there. Link up, not bad. Oh, well, actually got no liquidity on that one. Let's go by liquidity because it's a bit better measure here. Let's go. Pepe at the moment is down 9%. Pepe and SHIB are the ones I'll be looking out for the 9-inch exchange. We're going to talk about that soon. Pepe and SHIB, they're probably relatively underpriced when 9-inch comes out. Plutus is doing well as well. Plutus is there up 20% versus Bitcoin, doing not too bad as well. So those are some of the top leaders there, all pumping. And of course, the meme coins, as I say, the ones here, where did the ETH go? Poor Pleb and Pulse Dodge, all relatively underpriced, and 9-inch decks looking to launch soon. So we've got a little update about that. So Hexy Bastard, one of the team members there from 9-inch team, has got a competition at the moment for the upcoming 9-inch launch. The best Photoshop of this image will receive $250 worth of ETH or PLS. A must like and repost to be considered. Post your entries as a reply to the thread. You have 24 hours, closes at 1:30 p.m. UK time. So I think this is, you've still got time to get into it. And of course, in line with their branding, it's got this image of this giant eggplant, and you can make comments. There's lots of crazy stuff already replying to some of these. So you can get involved with that if you want to try and pick up $250. I think you've still got time for that. So I'll post that link in the chat there for those that like to participate. I know who you are in the chat too. I'm thinking of you, Christian. That's, I'm talking about. So $250 prize. So you, if you want to enter that, go for gold. It wouldn't take you long to do it either, would it? So that is the link there if you want to get into that for the 9-inch. So this is kind of indicating too that 9-inch is probably getting a bit closer as well with these competitions. So stay tuned for that. That is from 9-inch. So we're watching that one. Remember, that was a $16 million sacrifice, huge meme decks. And so these should all do pretty well. Where the ETH go, Paul Pleb and Pulse Dodge all probably have single side staking support with the BBC incentive token on their platform. So look out for that. And I think they're kind of relatively underpriced at the moment. So we'll look at Paul Pleb quickly. And you can see that it's actually gone down a lot right now at the bottom. Had a little rally, all sold off there. When 9-inch DEX comes out, this thing could fly. This thing could fly. We'll be watching that as well. All right, so that is the meme coins. Other than that, what else has performed well? Let's go. We've got Dogecoin is up 49% again. That's been crushing it too. Look at that thing by liquidity, and that has really got pumped the last 2 days. This is I think the Jeff Kadakis version of the Dogecoin as opposed to the Dogecoin Classic, the copy. So yeah, definitely looking good there. I just need to double confirm that, but I think that is the case. Pulsechain projects. Let's jump to that, our biggest category. And of course, we've got cool stuff happening at the moment. Of course, we've got internet money, and that have been pumping. So let's go by percentage. Internet money, look at us, up 44%. Woo! So KG will be happy with that, with the internet money wallet. Pulsechain's native Pulsechain wallet at the moment, outside a Heart wallet coming. And look at that chart, looking absolutely glorious. Look at that volume come in here. Oh my goodness. So doing really well there. 7 zeros, 9853, almost up at 10,000. It's actually got up to 12,000 with 6 zeros. Actually lost the zero. Here it is at 7 zeros, 985. So looking spectacular. 22K liquidity. Not small, but not big. Yeah, so that's ticking away there. Up 44%. But 90 is that doing well, but Time Token is up 12% as well. This is the one that you hold in the wallet and you get share of the profits from the swapping fees. This is up 12%, and we've got a couple little moves there higher with the internet money. Is this going to have a big move up higher too, just like internet money? Is it going to have a big explosive move? Possibly. It seems like that would likely happen, given that IM is running as well. Both of those are the 2 tokens for that wallet. So stay tuned for that. So looking pretty good. Well done to KG. He is pushing forward with his team, adding new features and partnerships and all sorts of stuff. Really doing a good job out there on that. So the next best performer we've got out of the Pulsechain projects is Kira. Kira doing well there. Pulse LN, which is the Lightning Network bridge to Pulsechain with Bitcoin, and with BNB. That is doing well too, up 90% again. And let's look at the chart on that one. Yeah, it's had a nice little good run lately. Bit of a profit taking in here and a bit of consolidation. Looking still pretty good, isn't it? The old PLN there. And Beetroot, of course, is the other one I want to talk about. Beetroot there up 9.5%, underpriced in my view. I think Randy Alaski considers Beetroot underpriced as well. Yeah, I think this is just underpriced, this one. This is the privacy hub, so it gives us privacy services on Pulsechain, like privacy transfers and other things like that, exchanges, bridges, things like that. So it really is a cool general offering, and that is at 0001043 at the moment. So I think that's underpriced. That Beetroot one. So the market will decide, but that is where we are at the moment. Those are kind of the leaders. Now, we've got new stuff coming, folks. New stuff coming. Let's get into the new stuff because it's getting pretty exciting. And let me just check the chat there. We've got a comment about that. First of all, let me jump into that. Property View says, great show today. I appreciate that, Property View. Big shout out to you. And Joshua Hill says, how do I get info on Internet Money Wallet? Well, you have to go to Internet Money. Let me just post that. I think I've got the website up here. I've got the Twitter account, and you can find the website on here. So check that out. That's for Internet Money and KG. All right, that is the link to Internet Money there. And of course, you can just jump on here and you can go to Internet Money websites and you can download the wallet. How about that? I might as well post that too. Let's go full hogs. We've come this far. So that is the Internet Money website and wallet. Now it's in final beta, and so they're going to get final audits. People are using it, of course, quite thousands of people are using it, but it's in final beta, and it's going to go to get final audits, and that will be on what we call commercial level V1, is what I'm calling it. So V1 is what they use, but commercial level V1. So it's doing very well. All right, that is that. And of course, let me jump into the news. Vamp is coming. This is tomorrow. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Bring on Vamp. So Vamp Studios Gaming is coming to Pulsechain. Vamp is coming to Pulse tomorrow. We will be adding liquidity to Vamp on Pulsechain and launching a PLS staking pool. So bullish there from Vamp Studios. So very exciting. And of course, stay tuned and join our community channel. So more projects are launching on Pulsechain. And of course, you hear about it here on this channel because we cover them every day. We're trying to give you at least, the full coverage of how Pulsechain is rolling out day to day. So it's pretty much like an archive channel in some ways. Vamp is coming to Pulsechain. Pretty cool. Staking pools launching tomorrow as well. And you guys like to be early on this stuff. So you hear about it and you can check it out for yourself and potentially, get involved. It's definitely an opportunity there. So that is the tweet there, updates from them. So I'll post the link there to Vamp Studios. Joshua says, thank you. You're most welcome, Joshua. Hey, we got Bob Wells in the house there. Hey, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Busy times indeed, says Bob. Yeah, absolutely. So that is kind of cool. Lambo's incoming, says Dan Wednesday. We like it. I like how you're talking there. Vroom, vroom. Or was like, and they kind of didn't. But anyway, Lambo's all around. So that is cool news there as well. I'm going to retweet that. And a lot of people there are excited about that. Even Heinisch there is in there. All right, so that's kind of cool. And having a quick look at their studios. This is a little bit of a promo video on their website, vamp.xyz. Gives you, I guess, a snapshot of some of the games that they do. Very internet-y kind of games, but a whole raft of different things from the looks of it as well. So I'm not too familiar with Vamp Studio myself, but they are reasonably popular as well. So a lot of these sort of internet games. So anyway, that's a little bit of a preview, which is kind of cool. And they've got an info site, of course, website, Vamp Games, staking platform. We'll have a quick look at the staking platform. Obviously, there's going to be a Pulse one. So a quick look at that. So yeah, they got pools in here. And you got to change network. I'm not on the right network there. So they'll probably add Pulsechain on there as well. Analytics. Got cool stuff like that. So with the charts. And they got burning in there as well. Got burning mechanisms themselves. Number of holders as well, 4,200 there. And they're currently on BNB and Ethereum and stuff like that. So looking pretty good. You got the own swap feature in NFT staking. So not bad. That is some of the analytics, but they got lots of cool stuff, things here in their socials. All right. And this is their website. The future of gaming is now. And you can stake with 35%. So cool. We've got a stake button there too. They're going to take us to the site, of course, that we're looking at. So that is Vamp coming to Pulsechain tomorrow. We'll love you tomorrow. That is Vamp. And it sounds like vape or something like, vape, but Vamp there coming to Pulsechain. So good news, folks. Another project hitting Pulsechain and with more. Bring them all on. So that's kind of cool. Now, coming up, of course, is also, we talked about 9mm.pro launching their own Explorer for Pulsechain, making that Explorer number 4 out of 6 that are we should add at least by the end that we know of. But of course, these guys have also doing more than just the Explorer. They're doing an all-in-one ecosystem for Pulsechain. So building out another ecosystem. We talked about the big 4. This is another one coming in as well. And they are doing a number of things. So they've got NFT collection, which I believe is open at the moment. Collection of 555 NFTs with the biggest airdrop in Pulsechain. They've got Uniswap V3 coming. So they've got their own version of Uniswap V3. And I'm not aware that we have a V3 yet of Uniswap on Pulsechain. So that is looking to come in as well. That's something they're doing. They've got the NFT marketplace as well. So not only we have the big 6 NFT marketplaces, looks like we're going to have a number 7 here. All features will be you'll never need on NFT marketplace there. So they're entering that game as well. So lots of cool things. That looks like their collection they've got at the moment. And they're going to have this V3 DEX coming. So that's going to be fun too. They're going to have obviously 0.25% fees to LP providers. So definitely something looking forward to an NFT marketplace as well. So they've kind of hit the market and they're reaching out to all the influencers out there too. So that is 9mm. I'll post a link to their website if you want to check that out as well. Another project, not just a project, but an ecosystem dropping, and they've already dropped that Explorer. It looks actually pretty nice. So really, really cool on that one. That is the link there to 9mm.pro and building out another ecosystem on Pulsechain. Like I said, man, it's going to get busy. It's going to get busy, and then the market will respond to that eventually once they get their, pick up their pants, so to speak. So looking really good, and these are all quality stuff, right? So it's looking. I haven't done any security checks on 9mm or anything like that. Just remember that. So it's one thing I haven't done, but definitely they're building an ecosystem on Pulsechain, and the Explorer is already launched there. All right, let's jump away to the next thing, of course, which is TYCZ. This is launching as well, but the launching lobby is open. And now apparently we've had some changes today on TYCZ. So I'm going to read out some of those. Thank you to credit to Archie, one of our moderators in the Discord, posting this alpha. So there's been an update to TYCZ lobby, and it is all day one entries. So if you ended on day one, you got a 5% bonus. So that just came out of the blue. So if you ended on day one, remember we're currently this 25-day launch. We're currently got 3 days left on the actual counter, but they've extended that. So we'll talk about that. So if you enter with 2,500, you get a 25% bonus now, plus 1 OG NFT. So that's brand new. That's one of the changes. If you enter with 2,500, you get 25% bonus. Plus, you get 1 OG NFT, and that OG NFT is new. The 25% bonus has been around for a couple of days, but that is there, the OG NFT. Now, on the TRH system, which is on Pulsechain, they already have those issued. You can see them in the marketplace. Wallets, the third update here is wallets can earn as many NFTs as they want. So you can get, obviously, if you do 2,500, 2,500, 2,500, you can get that. Now, the 2,500 is not just your base amount. It can include bonuses and referrals and things like that. All bonuses count towards earning an NFT. So if maybe you put $1,500 in, you've got some other bonuses in there, and maybe referrals, then if that adds up to 2,500, you'd get an OG NFT. That's kind of how it works. So everything basically on the site. The current start and end dates are for the daily bonus countdown. So this bonus here has been changed. So that was officially, it was going to be 25 days. Obviously, there's now an extension on this process. That's just what they've done. And of course, the lobby will remain open until all 750 NFTs have been claimed. So those are with the 2,500. So obviously, they want to attract more capital into the game and more users into the game there. How many are left there? There's 302 out of 750 been gone so far. So there's still 448 NFTs left. So apparently not until that is down to zero will the lobby close. We'll see how they go with that, but that is their intention at the moment. So you get a 25% bonus plus 1 OG NFT, and that's the game there. Now, there's currently 280 NFTs have been claimed on TYZ, which is actually up to 448 from the looks of it. The supply will be 750 NFTs. So it looks like they've jumped from 280 to 302. So that's the number they've jumped onto there since this update. We expect the TYCZ OG NFT to be significantly more scarce as the supply is the same as on Pulsechain, but the daily users are over 100 times more. So they're expecting these OG NFTs through this lobby, I said AA lobby, to be more scarce. There will be more, use cases where having more than one OG NFT might become important, right? Having more than one OG NFT might become important under certain use cases in the platform game. So remember that. Example, if we have 3 yield options, you might have to unlock your OG NFT into one of the yield contracts to boost your yield during that period. So that's one application. But if you had more NFTs, you could run all 3 yield farmings at max capacity at the same time. So that's some of the ideas that may be there for the OG NFTs. They have also distributed 750 OG NFTs to TRH Pulsechain. So if you're on that protocol, you've already had that too. Now, the base amount requirement for the NFT has been removed. So you don't have to put in a net amount of 2,500 to get one OG NFT. You can do, like I say, $1,500, maybe some bonuses and referrals add up, and you get up to 2,500. You get OG NFT. So it's kind of cool. We are including all bonuses in the calculation to assign NFTs to wallets, which is kind of cool. Yes, basically you can get NFT without ever entering the lobby and only using referral links. So if you had tons of referrals, you may not have to do anything, and you're going to get an OG there. So win-win either way. So that is some of the cool news there from those. Now, apparently the TYCZ OG NFTs will not have levels, but it will be beneficial to own multiple should you elect to lock them in different aspects of the pool, staking aspects of the pool or the ecosystem game. So that's kind of cool. I'm just having a look at some of these other updates. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So that is it at the moment. At the moment, of course, TYCZ, that is the address that you send your lobby if you want to enter the game. You got to send funds to this lobby here, and of course, you'll get the bonus of the day, 3%, plus you'll get these bonuses 25%, or at least you won't get 3. If you do 2,500, you get 25% plus the OG. If you get an OG one, if you get up to overall with all your sacrifices, you'll get up one of those G once you hit that, plus bonuses of course are included in that to get you to that target. So far $1,062,000 has gone over, so it's crossed the $1 million mark. 664 wallets, so that's important there. You can send to that address any of these, so either on Ethereum, Pulsechain, or BNB to participate and get allocated TYCZ tokens at the end once they finally close the lobby and launch the platform. Top one at the moment, $60,000 in the number 1 spot, $16,000 in number 15. They're the top people that have entered the lobby so far. There's all the gaming mechanisms, of course. And of course, you get 10% bonus if you use a referral code. So if you want to use the Hex Token referral code, get that 10% bonus. And of course, now there's a NFT OG NFT as well up for grabs. So check that out. 10% bonus and as well, so you get that on top, and that could add in as well to your OG NFT, so they get you a bit closer. All right, so that is it one there. All right, on there, TYCZ 10% bonus using that link. All right, that's pretty much it for that. Let's jump over to some other good news. Wait, there's more. We've got the Coast on ramp and off ramp. The Pulsechain is boosting up. Here is Stoic from the Coast team. He says, good news, Pulsechain users added $145,000 in economic value through Coast in the past 7 days. So it's really ramping up there. That's 3x our previous week and about 5.3 million annualized at the moment. Isn't that amazing? And some of the good news, of course, they've opened up, was it 26 more countries, 27 more countries the other day, a couple of days ago. So they're up over 50, I think 50 or 51, something like that. And that represents about 28% of the world now can do a direct fiat on-ramps to Pulsechain. So 28% of the world's countries can, or world's population, I should say, I think that's over 3 trillion or something, can now, what have we got, 8 trillion in the world? 8 trillion? Yeah, 8 trillion, 8 billion. Sorry, 8 billion in the world. 8 trillion, that's a lot of people. 8 billion in the world, and over 3 billion, I think, got access now to Pulsechain directly through fiat on-ramp. So pretty amazing. I know that Brian is number 2 on the leaderboard, I think, Brian. I think so. And he can post his referral code there too. You'll get 5,000 weight tokens using that to onboard yourself to Pulsechain directly through fiat. So if you're dollar cost averaging, maybe every week or something, you're putting a bit of stuff on the Pulsechain, however you're doing it, you can use that fiat bridge direct to Pulsechain and issue yourself some CST stablecoins, which are backed by your own fiat. So it's pretty neat. So yeah, previous week, so that's about $5.3 million annualized at the moment at the rate that they're going. And of course, they're targeting 50 million and they're just ramping up really. So get out there and spread the word. You can use the referral codes and spread it around to other people that you want to onboard and earn 5,000 weight tokens as well when they onboard themselves and issue some stable coins there. So really, really good stuff happening there. You can see the date there too. Looking really, really, really good. All right, so some nice stuff happening there with the dollars amounts as well. Getting really up there with the US dollars. So total your dollars on the platform. So looking really, really good onwards and upwards for that. And once again, you can use Brian's link if he's in there. Got his link in there. All right, so that is pretty cool. Let's jump into hex.com and get into the results. So if you like to get paid with your T-shares, hex.com, check it out. The ultimate mining CD on the blockchain. And of course, we're going to check it out. You can buy Hex on Pulsechain or on Ethereum and swap it over for T-shares, basically burn it, and you get T-shares, and then you can start mining more Hex. So we've got the results there, day 1381, and looking good there, 13th of September, and the price there at the moment, 0.3 of a penny, 319, and the price is down 4.4% on Ethereum there for Hex. We got the payout per T-share though is looking good, 6.727 Hex per T-share, and the share rate there is 0, so we're at 29,259. This is the earlier pays better. Basically reflects compound interest, and it means that people that do shorter stakes can't beat out people that do longer mining T-shares, and so that's going to be really important. Now this is going to be jumping up soon, so let's talk about that. I want to bring that up again. Every so often I bring it up because let me define the actual website though. Let me actually type properly. Hex5. Let's go to Hex5, and I like to remind people every so often because this is going up, and you want earlier pays better on Hex, and it's going to be more important as we move forward. Let's go to the share rate here on Hex5's website. Let's go full screen, and we can see the share rate is climbing. So we just saw the share rate there is currently around 29,266. That is going up there, but look, we've got an expected jump here. Look at that jump. See that jump there? Massive jump in the share rate, which means that basically you're going to need a lot more Hex to get the same amount of T-shares coming up. So at the moment, we're sitting at 29,266. But by the time we get to 21st of November, we're going to jump all the way up. We're going to be at 30,600 first of all by the time we get to the 21st of November. And then we're going to jump dramatically all the way up to 32,000. 32,000. So that's like a 1,400 Hex per T-share jump. You'll need 1,400 Hex, more Hex per T-share jump there. That is a super amazing. By the end of the year, of course, we're going to be up at 32,132. So that's basically another 3,000 Hex per T-share by the end of the year. Just take a grasp of that. 3,000 Hex per T-share a year, like 10% more, or even higher than that, 12%, 13% more, something like that. That you're going to need. It's huge, massive difference. Yeah, huge difference there. What's that? 10%. Yeah, at least 10% more. So it's a big deal with this big jump here in November 22nd. So just keep that in your calendar if you are looking to get more T-shares, because you want to beat that for sure. But it's better to do it today because it's going up constantly, and we're kind of at the inflection point in the sort of parabolic of the share rate. So it really is starting to accelerate, you can see over time. So really important to get that out there, that news. All right, so the average mining net there is 7.09 years. We've got 39.7% APY for existing T-share miners, a very important point there. And T-share ownership pool. So Hex is really easy to understand. We're a reward pool and an ownership pool. The ownership pool has T-shares or trillions of shares. You buy Hex and you get your T-shares by burning your Hex and swapping it over to T-shares there and the ownership pool. And at the moment, that's only gone up 281. So it's pretty small change there. We're sitting at 9,810,000 T-shares in the ownership pool. And they enjoy the rewards of Hex that they earn. So let's go have a look at the reward pool. And we can see that 9.33% of all Hex is locked in. The reward pool is 66 million. And of course, today we've got 2.4 million penalties in it to boost that. So you're getting even higher pay. Yesterday was pretty good too. And the penalties are from people that don't keep their responsibilities with their T-share mining. What else we got going? We got liquid holders are up 18, and that's good news. So we've had 3 good days of liquid holders going up. And of course, the current miners are down 11 there. So we've got a bit more work to do around the T-share miners, but we're at 120,144 on each chain. So that's day 1381. And we haven't got day 124 out yet. So that's probably delayed on Pulsechain side. So we'll have to read that up tomorrow probably. But that will be coming out later on there. So we don't have results for day 124 on Pulsechain, but ticking away. So we're on day 1382 on Ethereum and day 125 on Pulsechain. Hex.com, folks, check it out. And of course, pretty easy to find Hex.com. That's how easy it is. So check it out. It's got lots of cool things on there, links and FAQs and stuff like that. If you have any questions, get into our Discord. The link's in the video description. We do have a crypto helpline or Pulsechain helpline, and we've got moderators in there that will be more than happy to help you, learn about Hex and get a bit more information there as well. All right, that is pretty much it. Let's jump back to some of the highlights there. Let's go back to PDI, which has really been rocking it. But so has, let's actually go to the other one. Actually, I was going to go to Internet Money. Where's Internet Money gone? Let's go find that. thought I had internet money here. It's just dropped down, has it? Let me have a look here. Looks like it's dropped down a little bit. Can't see it here at the moment. Where's it gone? Disappeared somewhere. Internet money. Internet money. Maybe it got sold down. Did someone sell it down? Let's have a look here. Oh no, it's still up there. So there we are. Internet money still holding up there on the price chart. But yesterday was up like 101% or something like that yesterday. Pretty amazing on there. All right, let's jump over to PDI, and we're going to wrap it up at PDI, I think. PDI Atropa there, and sitting at 002659, and the talk of the town lately, hasn't it? Been talk of the town. What else? Let's jump up the top here and check out any other people that have jumped in. Crypto Dan says PDI to parity, says Crypto Dan. Well, that's super bullish on PDI. PDI to parity. Not sure if it's going to get parity, but it'd be interesting to see how high it does go. 1 cent's definitely on the cards now, that's for sure. We'll take it step by step, I think, but it's not run ahead of ourselves. This is crypto after all. I know, so I got TRRH OG NFT airdrop about 9 hours ago. Wonder what that's for. No viewable graphic yet, says Adam. Well, obviously it's going to be some benefits in the staking platform of the game, and maybe yield boosters and things like that was indicated, as I said earlier. Pretty cool. Brian says still shows second place. So you are on second place, Brian, on the leaderboard there. And if you want to keep Brian there, use the referral. It's a win-win. So you get 5,000 weight tokens, onboarding fiat onto Pulsechain, and Brian gets 5,000 weight too. And it keeps him at number 2 behind Crypto Copy. And nothing's impossible. We keep at this. Maybe he'll start whittling away at Crypto Copy's position. Who knows? We got Wookie says cool kid check. Absolutely. And Refine's in house there. Superman. Good to see you, Brian. Sorry, Refined, I should say. Brian says my mistake, still show third place. Well, we're going to get you to second place. Maybe you should contact the coast team and get them onto that, Brian. I think that's of importance. Let me jump away past all Wookie stuff there. I don't have a clue what he's talking about there. We got Christian in the house as well. What's up, familia? Just got in. Hey, good to see you, Christian. Welcome to the chat there. And you got to go back and watch them early in the video. We got a new big protocol launching tomorrow. I know that you want to FOMO in on that early. So definitely get out and check that early in the live stream. Brennan says let's not too bullish to Pulse to $1. Yeah, I like that. Let's go Pulse. Yeah, absolutely. Don't forget to smash the likes too, says Bob. Well, it's an hour and 2 minutes. What a full live stream. You guys enjoyed that? We covered so much stuff today. And of course, new projects, new names that some of you may not have heard of. And we've got more stuff coming, mate. It's just going to ramp up. Look, honestly, what chains are out there have got such a big community, such an engaged community, such an awesome amount of developers, attracting a lot of developer teams. We've got a huge roadmap of not just projects, but ecosystems coming to Pulsechain. Really is bullish, folks. And we're in a bear market. We're in accumulation phase. It's all good, man. It's all good in the hood. So don't get fudded out. Just keep on the accumulation zone and get the good stuff there. Seek out some nice yield protocols. Always good to have in your portfolio. Pulling up, obviously, some of the Richard Hart, accumulating Richard Hart tokens, things like that. Definitely is the place. And of course, if you want to speculate a little bit, maybe put a little bit aside to speculate. And that's the way it goes. But obviously, you need to do your own investment due diligence. Nothing on this channel is investment advice, but we are documenting pulse chains as we go. And I'm bullish. If you're not bullish, I'm bullish. And of course, if you want to be bullish too, get into our Discord, because everyone in our Discord is killing it. They're crushing it. They're accumulating. They're loving it. They're getting in early on the opportunities because we get all the alpha in there, and it's a great place to be. We're very supportive of each other. So get in there as well. All right. Bob says, take care, everybody. Be well, indeed. And what else there? We've got Bob in there with the emojis looking good. All right, let's lay it out there. We're going to play out some cool music on the way out. I'm going to go walk day number 51. It's going to be fun for me out in the sun. Did I make a rhyme there? I think I did. Let's play out some cool stuff here from the highest of stakes. How about we do that? We haven't done that for a little while. I'm going to play out some of this cool stuff here, a couple of short videos for the highest of stakes, own a full documentary. Peace out, everybody. Have a great day. See you in Discord, and at least after my walk, and I'll catch you guys later. Take care. Bye for now.
Richard Art here, welcoming you to the highest of stakes premiere. I really hope that you guys are going to enjoy it. These guys put blood, sweat, and tears for years into this project. Wasn't my idea. Didn't have anything to do with the production. Didn't have anything to do with anything. I was just in a bunch of scenes. Yay. I'm a movie star. No, I'm a clown. The me that you see in this film died, so enjoy it. Humble me is what exists now. What I wished that everyone would get is that there's only a few things in this world that can really change man's relationship with government, man's relationship with money, man's relationship with his time. Right now, we've got the highest inflation we've had since I've been alive, and that's 43 years now. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. And we've got banks collapsing, and we've got bailouts, and all of the things that people predicted would come true that are the reason that cryptocurrency was invented are happening. You know, there's certain countries that you may not have been to that this is life or death for them. You know, high inflation countries where their money is worth, you know, half as much at the end of the next year as it is this year. You got to get your money out of those currencies. And the dollar is not one of those currencies yet, but historically, about every 50 years, fiat currencies fail. Like it's very hard to have a fiat currency backed by nothing that lasts longer than 50 years, it seems. And, well, dollar's been around for a while. So I hope you guys enjoy the movie. You know, I feel that it's wildly important for you to understand that the future really is digital. It really is cryptocurrency. And if you can get around the gatekeepers, if you can get the word out, if you can get people to learn about something that could really change the future, everyone gets rich together. When you get rid of all the middlemen and you get rid of all the waste and you get rid of all the inefficiency, that value, it goes somewhere. And it goes to the people that deserve it, the people that believed. Enjoy the film, everybody.
Is Richard Hart. Genius.
Legendary.
Arrogant, bit of a narcissist.
The benevolent king.
$250,000. Hate me, hate me. I'm farther than you'll ever be in your whole life.
Whatever the governments have been doing, it's not worked out. You've never had worse interest rates. Your money has never been worth less. And the only thing that's making it better is cryptocurrency.
Crypto is money without governments, and it is money without banks.
You're not going to meet another product like this as long as you live. Yes, every scammer in the world is going to tell you something similar.
Good morning, everyone. Are you ready to look for some fraud this morning?
They are promising 40% annual return.
Everything I have worked for is staked in Hex.
Good.
I put it all in.
All what?
All over house money.
No, I don't think that it's a scam. Because I trust Richard Hart.
If ultimately this is all a big performance art project, people are gonna get fucked.
So that means I should trust you.
Listen, I think you should trust me, but if you get into the habit of trusting people like me, you get the crap scammed out of you.
Just